just even seeing listening to you talk and the emotion in your voice or the tone of your voice shift, it was that like a big growth for you or a big evolution for you as an artist, that sort of between that first project and that second project, getting the studio in your crib, having the sort of the weight off your shoulders of releasing a project, and you got the project out, I think one of the things that's also really important too for artists is like getting that validation when you do put a project out for the first time, and you got somebody telling you that, that they fuck with, especially I think even more so when you think, oh, this not my best work, and somebody coming and telling you that they fuck with these different things. And it really, one of the things I think a lot of artists, the separation between a good artist and a great artist a lot of times is just self-confidence, and being comfortable with, like how you said, with trial and error, and being comfortable with experimenting and trying new things. And so you feel like that was a sort of like one of the big artistic steps for you, just going from that first project to the second project and recording at the crib?
Bro, I'm telling you, Expressions was such a perfect time. Like that was just a really perfect time. And it was just really significant in my life too. Like because I had took engineering classes, like I said, so I learned how to engineer, and then I had a little bit of chicken at the time too. So I get my studio equipment and I get it all together, and that is really what helped me create the shift in my music, because I feel like when you are able to work on your own time at your own pace in your own setting, you are gonna get miles ahead of the person who don't take that effort to learn this stuff, because the one thing about music is you got to get them 10,000 hours in.
Fact.
You got to get your 10,000 hours in, and you can't really get that in if you not constantly in the studio. So like there's different parts of being an artist and making music. Like you got the writing part, and then finding beats, and then actually recording it. These different things take a certain amount of time. Even from writing music, it takes time to really get your pen there. Recording yourself, it takes time to really get to a certain point and get those hours in. And even picking beats, I still have trouble finding beats that'll help me express what I'm trying to say. And it all just takes time, like figuring yourself out, figuring your sound out. And that really just helped me create and navigate a way to figure out who I am and what I want to put out. So like I said, Expressions, that was really really important. And then from there, I did a project with my homie Laura Kid. We did Otherworld, and that was more so me trying to get out of the constant R&B stuff that I was doing, and really just trying to find other stuff that I sounded good doing. And that was just a phase of me just like doing nigga shit, making music about it, and just turning up and having fun. So we did that song, and it was just that project, and it was just a super easy process. When you get with somebody and working with them, it's just like seamless.
You got a good rhythm.
It was just a good rhythm. You free? All right, cool. Pull up on me. Listening to beats. We hear something fire. We look at each other. All right, cool. Let's load it up. Boom. I lay down some mumble, yada, yada, yada. That's how I work. I lay down mumble, and then I find the foundation and find the words. Boom. I lay that down, and then he'll make a verse. All right, cool. We're done. You feel me? And it was just like a very easy process. So being in the crib and being able to listen to different music and try different stuff was pivotal. I felt like Otherworld was definitely important for me to do, to step outside of what I normally do and just try different stuff. Still me, but something different from what I did, from what I mainly do. But like I said, it was Otherworld. After that, I dropped a couple years later. Otherworld was 2021, so I dropped Blackheart Volume 2 in 2023. And that was from Blackheart Volume 1 to Blackheart Volume 2. You can just hear the growth, and you can hear the change, and just the subject matter and stuff that I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about stuff that I was 19 going through. Like this is years of new experiences, and years of new growth, and me being able to record myself and try different things. And I feel like that project was super pivotal too. I'm actually working on BLKHRT Volume 3 like now, so
Okay.
I just want, and it's gonna be the final. It's gonna be the final BLKHRT. Like
Okay.
I kind of want to step into different things as an R&B artist and kind of create a shift.
Okay.
I would say, and BLKHRT Volume 3 is gonna be like the finale of it. So like out of all the stuff that I've did from BLKHRT Volume 1 to BLKHRT Volume 2,
Sort of building up to this.
yeah, I
thing
feel
here.
like the start. I feel like all of that was necessary for what's about to happen now.
Okay.
Because I've been making some of the best music ever, and I feel like after BLKHRT is really gonna help me make that shift into what the next chapter of my artistry is. You know, because.
I need hard liquor, then I need your soft touch. You give me hard truths, that should help me boss up. Gotta read my body language, these days I don't talk much. Got a hold on me, I can't shake from a dogma. You done paid the anything you want, girl, you can have that. You ain't tripping by these bitches, they can back